guys, me again. Like I said, this is the second video tonight. Right, this is a video response to Mark O'Neill. Two things actually. Favourite wartime movies, which I'll get to in a bit, and he showed some photos of when he was on battle camp, when he was in the Royal Signals. Myself, I was in Royal Signals. He was in the 80s. I joined in 98. And I've got a few photos I'd like to show you if you can see them. But I'm going to start from the beginning and go more or less through to the end of the time in Germany. Because that was my first posing. I was at Hohne, in between Hamburg, the port, and Hanover near Celle. It was the closest one to Berlin, so it was the deepest actually into Germany at the time. And so we'll start off with a couple of photos from actual basic training. I hope you can see these. Right, no, the light's going to be playing up here. See, I need the light, otherwise you can't see me. Right, well, this is actually my section, should I say. And I am, when I find her, there. A young scrote of 18 when this was taken. I actually joined about two months before my 18th birthday. My 18th birthday was actually on a night shoot, so I couldn't even get a drink. It was after week 5. After week 5 you could go to the bar and have a drink. But on my birthday I couldn't because I was doing a night shoot. Which was brilliant. And my mum and dad decided they were going to send a package to me. A birthday package. And back then, all the NCOs, they got your package, they made you march up and they opened it in front of everybody. I could have killed my mum and dad. They sent me a birthday cake, a Caterpillar birthday cake, some mouthwash, some things appropriate for an 18-year-old, some condoms, some other bits and pieces of that variety. Yeah, thanks Dad. So you can imagine I got the yeah, ripped out of me. Anyway, next photo. That's actually my troop. Let's try moving that light just a little bit. Right, no, not perfect. Hopefully the later one. So you can't really see where I am. I'm up on here somewhere, and I'm still good mates with a few of these lads. Still keep in touch via Facebook. Got the numbers. Where am I actually? There I am. Yep. Nice end. That's me, young lad. Alright, so we'll get rid of that for now because you can't really see. Right, so then my first unit was 207 Signal Squadron, 7 Armoured Brigade and Signal Squadron. Yeah, I went there in, when was it, 99. Yeah, after doing a year and a half training as a telemech, I went there in 99. And I just got there just as they were getting ready to go out on tour to, well, it wasn't just about, but they were in the training year ready for Kosovo. And also we had exercises in Poland, 24-hour drive from where we are, so it was a night stopover. And I used to have a bloke that used to be at me that was a chef who couldn't drive, and he used to like to fall asleep. So you can imagine how bad it was. So I'd be falling asleep at the wheel, weaving all over the place, trying to keep myself awake. Windows open and what have you. Oh, I'm cold, can you close the window? But no, I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that, otherwise I'd fall asleep. Yeah, so I've met Poland. I think it was a 5-week exercise. So you can imagine how filthy and scruffy we felt after that. And the vehicles, which were, the armour was 434s, 432s, we had Land Rovers, some box bodies, the Bedford box bodies, the DAF box bodies, the Tech Wagon was a Bedford. That's where I normally worked on because I was telemech, or on the Line Bedford. Line Bedford, the full of lineys who put the field phones in and stuff like that. So on exercise, yeah, it was a good laugh and what have you. I do remember one time one of the lads on the complex because they all back into each other. I don't know if you've seen it, all back into each other. They put tents up so they've got a complex, and he actually fell off one of the wagons, and he got stuck in between them by his helmet, so he's hanging there. And he's only short lad, so his feet didn't touch the floor, so his feet were just doing this as he was stuck screaming. It was funny, I must admit. Anyway, enough of that. We actually, like I said, went to Kosovo. It wasn't the best place, but it wasn't as bad as Afghanistan and Iraq. There's still the chance of road mines and the odd nasty people running about, and we had some hectic days. But just the first few photos, if you can see them, that is actually Kosovo. It's actually over this sort of side. It's where when we went in and bombed the place. It's one of the photos from that. Okay, I know they're not brilliant photos. And another one there. It's a fuel dump or a, you know, them big cylinder water things. Just there. Let me do. Where we were in Pristina, we were up on the another side of the bridge. I can't remember exactly where it was. And you could see bullet holes in the signs, big bullet holes for the bridge hand railings and what have you. That's another one. Yeah, so Kosovo, it wasn't a brilliant place. They didn't know how to drive. Literally, they didn't know how to drive. You had to watch yourself. One time while we were in the university, it's classed in Pristina, one of the cables went down over to the other side where the reaming was, and basically we had to get a ladder, shimmy up this cable with this lamp post where it had signs on, and when I think so, I got it and I was zip tying it up when a truck came tearing past. I mean, a big truck, and it must have just nudged the ladder, and it fell. So I had to slide down the ladder, down the lamppost with big signs. It wasn't fun. Everyone was laughing. It wasn't fun, but no, it was a good tour. While we were over there, we got to visit plenty of other camps around there: the Norwegians, Swedish, Finnish, and the Americans. Americans were great. They were great. This is it's on the American base, but we've got a couple of shots of a helicopter landing. I'm not sure what the helicopter was. It looks Russian in origin, but I don't know who it was. And a few more helicopters. Again, I don't know what they are. This is all on the American camp. What they did, they actually levelled three hills, let's say, and they actually leveled three hills, and there was about 3 American football pitches. There were 2 baseball pitches, a running track, and then there was a bus to get round the camp. That's how big it was. There was a McDonald's, a Burger King, a cinema. They all lived in log cabins, whereas Louis lived in tents. I've got a photo of the tents in a minute. We lived in tents, but the food was luscious. Steak, anything, enough. It was lovely, and they really made us feel welcome, which really appreciated. Whenever we had to go up there to stop for a while, they really made us feel welcome, and couldn't say a wrong word about them. They were fantastic. So another one I'm pretty sure is from the American base, and this is all on the American base. Helicopter port, and another one. I don't know what this is, so hopefully somebody might be able to tell it if I can get a decent picture. You can actually see the American Humvee, just there, but I ain't got no point. But I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's American or what, because this actually was on one of the hilltops, I think, where we used to have to go up and all our blokes were stationed. But obviously, after the work came the play. Saying that, you know, Mark, you say you're lounging about and what have you. Well, for some reason, our keys to our box body, you can just see it there, ended up on top of this building. So we all had to pick straws out. Shorty Straw had to go up and get the key. So you can just see, well, that's up there. And he was a full screw at the time. A full screw tech, mind you, but there we are. Just getting there now. And there he is. You can just see the keys, he's just thrown back down. That's Steve Livesey, that. Good friend. Generator. Oh, you can just see it. At the back of our wagon. And that's busy fixing it there for us. And then we'll go on to the squadron bar. Let's have a look. Well, yeah, the squadron bar. The squadron bar, toucan rule. That was only luxury we had, literally. It's the canteen. That was our canteen where we got his haircut, where we watched movies, where we just relaxed and had us toucans on an evening. And while we was there, obviously you get visits and what have you, and we got a visit from, is that St. Ogilvie? And that's Ian St. John. Okay, that's my best mate when I was in the army, Gav Stubbs, and that's a young old me. I would have been about 19 then. Alright. And these are the tents we had to live in. Now, these tents were run by diesel generators, and they tend to run out during the night. And it used to go round the beds. There was 10 to 12 beds, and we used to have to take it in turns to go out in the freezing cold, because at this time of the year it was about 3 foot with snow, and obviously the showers, the toilet block was a good 100 metres away, so you can imagine going having a shave in the morning and what have you. It wasn't fun. And that desert rats. I'm going to point out, but I'm up this area somewhere. That's the squadron just before we moved out of Prestrini University and into our accommodation, which basically port cabins, but a big improvement where we were. And this is me when I got back from Kosovo. Mum and Dad wanted a nice picture with my medal. Alright, because we got that presented by Princess Anne, but I wasn't there. I was down in the Falklands. I did a 3-week tour down in the Falklands, which I thoroughly enjoyed. A bit more relaxing than out in Kosovo, but it was really, really good. It's me again. And to that note, this came today, which I'm rather chuffed about. It's can you just my veterans badge. So that I'll be wearing with pride, because I'm going to get my medals mounted at some point, so I can get them up on the wall. And what have you, and it came with a little leaflet that I'm going to get measurement, and it says, "With the compliments of the Minister of Defence Personnel, Welfare and Veterans, this HM Forces Veteran Badge is presented to you in recognition of your service in the United Kingdom Armed Forces." So well, I thought that was a nice touch. Leaving squaddies tend to get this. Now, what was I going to say? Tend to get this when they leave. I left 8 years ago. I left in 2005, so I did 7 years all told. And I didn't know anything about it until I went on the course, obviously, last week. And yeah, so they told me about it and I applied for it. Yeah, so I'm rather chuffed with that. That's nice. Alright, right, I'm just going to pause you there a minute and I'll get back to you in just 2 secs. Right, back again. Right, next part of the response is to Mark O'Neill's first, I think, question. He says, war films. What are our favourite war films? I think for me, and it's probably one of the main reasons I actually got into modelling, it was Battle of Britain and 633 Squadron. Mosquito Squadron wasn't quite as good, but those were my 2 favourites growing up. Since growing up, well, that's a bit more difficult, but because I did my basic training at Basingbourne, I've always had I've always enjoyed Full Metal Jacket and Memphis Belle, because one, B-17 Memphis Belle, it flew actually from Basingbourn, and they've got a big, as you drive in, I think it's a big prop blade. Mark might be able to help me with that. A big prop blade in there, and what have you. And Full Metal Jacket was actually filmed at Basingbourn. So when we were running around the place and what have you, you actually could see where they filmed it. They actually showed us where a lot of it was filmed and what have you. Because looking back at it, that was probably, it was a really good time. Didn't see me at the time, but it was a really good time. You get the friends that you make there, you know, you can, friends for life, because you go through a lot in those 13 weeks with them. Yeah, so those four are probably my favourite, and because I'm a football fan, it's got to be Escape to Victory. I know there's no tanks or anything in it, but that's by the by. But probably people say that's not a proper war film, but it's one of my favourites and I really enjoy it. So there. And my wife's laughing at me now. Yeah, so that's basically, so that's the film's answers, and that's just a few photos. Because, like I said, Matt, I've never done anything like what you did with sitting in front of a tank and letting it drive over your head. No. No, I've never done anything like that. I hope you get me to do anything like that. And then after that I went to Northern Ireland, which I can't talk about much. But yeah, so we did a few battle camps. Not many. We got a few Fibia trainings and got to fire the AK and the SLR. And obviously the Gympie, which was always mounted to one of the wagons. We didn't fire that very often, but it was there. And we had the SA-80 and the LSW. And Lenny's already mentioned all them anyway, so... Well, there we are. That's basically my career in the army in a nutshell. Some bits and pieces and what have you. So if anybody else out there has got anything interesting, any photos they want to show us, get them cracked open. Let's have a look. I thought I had some more, but I haven't. Can't find them anywhere. So yeah, if there's anyone else out there, it'd be nice. It'd be nice to see them. It'd be nice to see them. All right. So thanks for now, guys, and I'll see you on the next update. Ta-da.